I think we've made it through the absolutely frigid temperatures that we randomly had recently, so that's a good thing. And now we're moving hopefully in towards spring temperatures where it's, the mid-teens and I can just wear a jacket when I go outside and not worry about being freezing cold. Although it is starting to rain more, which is a problem because the wiper blades on my car are just they're just giving up, honestly. The rear one I might as well not use, it's worse. And the front ones are doing a very similar thing where they're just being streaky and not very good. So I need to get that sorted as soon as possible. But anyway, hello and welcome back to the Lion's Den. I'm your host Matt as always. And today I had one idea that I thought was quite entertaining, or at least interesting, and that is I'm going to take a couple of quizzes online. I should have grabbed a few more because I realized this is just an 8-question quiz, but just to give you an insight into the world that is the UK, because we are weird. I will put it out there. We have very bizarre things that go on over here, like not even important things, but there you are. So I'm going to walk through some quizzes, explain some things about the UK and about myself from where I come from. The funny thing is, I live in a place called the Midlands, literally the middle of the country. So I am as average as it gets. That's the weird part. So yeah. Let me just do that so I can see the waveform. Right, so this is a quiz saying, can we tell if you're northern or southern from just 8 questions? Now, the funny thing about being in the Midlands, as I said, is to everyone north of me, I am southern, and everyone south of me, I'm northern, so I can't win. But anyway, so the first question is, what do you put on your chips? Now, chips in the UK they're like French fries, but thicker. That's what chips are in the UK, rather than what Americans call chips, which we call crisps, just to be confusing. So their options are tomato ketchup, gravy, curry sauce, brown sauce, mayonnaise. I want to know what other ketchups there are that they have to specify tomato ketchup. I know ketchup was a catch-all term for just condiments or sauces, but now they're specifying tomato specifically, so I'm a bit like, Anyway, when it comes to chips, I'm weird. I like barbecue sauce, but if I had to pick from the 5 options, it's either between gravy or curry sauce. You might be slightly confused because gravy is different here in the UK, different to American gravy at least. I'd have to say curry sauce. Curry sauce with chips, amazing. And the one thing as well is it's not curry sauce of any region. It is UK curry sauce, if that makes sense. It's not Indian style, it's not Japanese style, or any other place that does curry. It is just a type of sauce we have in chip shops. So the next question, which I didn't even realize came into consideration, is what do you call your evening meal? And they've got dinner, supper, or tea. I do not say supper. I don't think anyone says supper unless you're over the age of 70. So it's either dinner or tea. I normally say dinner, which is controversial even in my own house. So the meals of the day for me are breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's how I would say it, and that's how I imagine a lot of other countries would say it. But we have breakfast, dinner, and tea in our house, which is stupidly confusing because dinner is the only word that can mean either lunch or tea, or the middle day meal and the evening meal. So it's like, just separate it. It's not good. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to pick dinner. How much do you expect to pay for a pint of beer? Up to £3, £4, £5, or more than £5 for a pint of beer? This is very region based because I imagine down in London, for example, a pint would be expensive as hell. Whereas up here, you can pay less than £3 for a pint. I'd say probably up to £4 because I want something that's decent. Also, I don't really drink beer. I drink cider more than anything else. So yeah, pick a sitcom. I literally don't watch any of these. They've got The Office, Peep Show, Still Games, Mrs. Brown's Boys, Only Fools and Horses, Phoenix Nights, and Fawlty Towers. I don't watch any of them. I'll pick The Office because I keep seeing it around on the internet. How do you say bath? I say bath, not bath. Interesting point about that though is we have a place in the UK called Bath, and I say Bath for the place, but I say Bath for the item because I'm weird. Okay, that's how I like to delineate the two of them. So I am a Bath person. Where is the north-south divide? The Watford Gap, somewhere in the Midlands, Sheffield, Oxford. It's definitely not in Oxford. Why would it? That's so low down. This is some good old UK geography for you. I don't know what the Watford Gap is, to be honest. So I'm going to say somewhere in the Midlands, because I mean, that makes sense, right? Why would it be anywhere else other than the separation between the Midlands. If it's lightly raining outside, what do? Do you get an umbrella? Do you put on a coat? Do you not go out? Or do you go for a walk? I think if it's lightly raining outside, this is an interesting question. This is peering into my psyche a little bit. If it's lightly raining outside, it's probably just a coat. Because for me, I learned that umbrellas are really useful, stupidly useful, ironic considering the country I come from. I hate wearing huge coats because when it's absolutely hammering it down with rain, if you wear a big coat, you're then going to get really hot and really sweaty because you're walking or you're trying to get somewhere really quickly, so you're trying to get through the rain as fast as possible, and then you end up just hot and sweaty and gross and not fun at all. So an umbrella instead means you can be the correct clothing for the temperature but still dry because of the umbrella. The thing is, if it's only a light rain, you're likely to have more fast with an umbrella than you are with just a slight like waterproof jacket. So I would just go with a coat in that instance. Someone sits next to you on the bus. What do? You pretend they don't exist. That's easy. We don't talk to each other here. What the? See, this is the problem, right? Is it's now saying that I am southern. Well, I'm not. It says, or at least you should be. You don't function well with cold weather or being nice to strangers. You're more than happy in your little bubble, even if it means paying far too much for a pint. Huh? The cheapest option for a pint was £3. I picked 4. This is the funny thing, is I get insulted regardless of what they tell me. If they told me I was a northerner, I'd also be insulted, because we are just generally people who get insulted or get annoyed. So yeah, well, there you go. There's a couple things to start us off. Let's see if I can find another one quickly. I am not doing a BuzzFeed one. Right, so I've found one that is British culture questions. So I think I'll go with that one just to try and tide us over to the end of this. So the first question is, what makes up the United Kingdom? Now, if I get this wrong, I'm going to feel like an absolute idiot. But the United Kingdom is the whole thing. So that is Wales, England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. The Republic of Ireland is a separate country. They are their own thing. I think they use the euro because they're still part of the European Union. They are their own thing. You've then got the smaller delineations, like you've got Great Britain, which is just the single island. So that's just Wales, Scotland, and and England, I believe. And then when you want the United Kingdom, you add on Northern Ireland. It's weird, but hopefully that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Thank you for reaffirming that I know what I'm talking about. Which title do many British women use to avoid indicating whether or not they're married? That's just Ms. MS. Is that not a thing in America? If it's not a thing in America, what do you use? I didn't know that would be a specific English thing, but hey ho. What's the minimum compulsory school leaving age? It's now 18. It used to be 16, but you now have to legally be... Excuse me? Oh, I read the question wrong. Right, so the minimum compulsory age for school is 16. So that's just the main school up into what we call GCSEs, which are just your sort of standard. That's your first standardized test that gives you a qualification which you'll need for the rest of your life, annoyingly. So don't mess it up. You do have to legally stay in some form of education until you're 18 now. That's the difference. That's what I messed up. What does the British celebrate on the 5th of November? That's the failure of Guy Fawkes to try and blow up the Houses of Parliament. Yeah, we celebrate that. Ironically, with a giant bonfire, because he blew up himself, I believe. That's how it went. That's quite funny. But bonfire night's interesting. I haven't done it in a while. You basically just go to somewhere where they have a giant bonfire. Maybe you roast some marshmallows. You get... I don't even know what it's called. I think we call it toffee, but it's not at all toffee in the sense of what you think toffee is. It's just like caramelized sugar in a sheet, and then it's just little shards of sugar glass, essentially. Which of the following nationalities has the largest number of UK residents? Indian, Polish, or Irish? I have no idea. My first instinct was Indian, because we had a lot of stuff to do with India in the past, so it would kind of make sense that they'd sort of migrate there or back. But then I want to say the Irish. No, it was Indian. Why did I know? I should have stuck with my gut. After English and Welsh in Wales, which language is commonly spoken in the mother tongue? Probably Punjabi, if we have a large... No, it's Polish. Damn. If we have the largest... Oh, I feel stupid now. I think I'm misreading the questions, but yeah, whatever. We're just going to move on for that one. Right. What is the prominent religion in the UK? I'm pretty sure it's Catholicism and then The Church of England. No, it was Church of England. I know absolutely nothing, apparently. There you go. Which of the following was not invented in the UK? Peanut butter, marmite, or chicken tikka masala? Probably chicken tikka masala. That comes from India, right? We did not invent that. We absolutely... You're kidding me! A tikka masala is not Indian? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, here's the thing, right? We love curry, specifically Indian curry in the UK. Don't ask me why, we just do. It's probably to do with the previous question where we have like a lot of residency in India and the fact that we probably stole stuff from them in the past because of history and, you know, the spice trade, all of that sound of stuff. I thought the tikka masala was just a bog standard Indian dish. I did not realize that we created it, or at least Indian, what do you call them? British Indian people, as in people who are born here but have Indian heritage. Maybe they are the ones who created the tikka masala, so it's an Indian dish, but because it was created in the UK, it's not a authentic Indian. I have no idea how to say this without being offensive. I'm really sorry. That's shocking because I love a tikka masala. That's hilarious. I'm just gonna stop now because this question is getting weird, and I've got more than enough information here. But anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed listening to me try and desperately understand my own country, because apparently I don't know my own country. Maybe you learned something about the UK that you didn't know. We'll find out, because I don't think I understood most of it myself. The chicken tikka masala thing is gonna live with me for the rest of my days. But anyway. I hope you all enjoyed listening. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll see you all next week.